It is my favorite time of the year, and that time is dress season. This is a time of the year where it is not hard to find a beautiful dress, and one of the times where I will usually spend a little more time than usual shopping for dresses, or just looking, even just window shopping. I just like to look at the different designs that are out there and available. And while I'm happy with my collection of dresses, which are many, by the way, I am always open to adding more, because I'm constantly going through my wardrobe. I'm constantly going through my dresses. I love to donate dresses. I love to sell dresses, and I love to purchase dresses as well. It's just one of the things that, I love. Everybody picks something. To me, it is an art form to be able to find dresses, to be able to incorporate them into what it is that I love to do as well, which is to create content for all of you. And I kind of feel like they are my costumes for the presentations that I give all the time. So it's all part of the overall theme here. Whenever I am creating a video, that is what I'm going to wear is one of the things that any good creator would also consider as well. So anyway, that aside, it's still something that I just really enjoy. And as a little girl, it was a dream of mine to have an all dresses wardrobe. And at one point I didn't think that it would ever be possible, especially with how long I would go between times of being able to find a dress that I thought was beautiful enough for me to even purchase, or, that checked all the boxes. It needed to be long enough. It needed to cover a certain amount for me to feel most comfortable, just all of that. And I think that that's what a lot of us struggle with today, because you are working against what fashion trends there are, and I don't know. They just don't make dresses like they used to, right? All of us, I think, have a style that we lean toward when it comes to what our favorite is, what era we love the designs of dresses. For myself, I really love the styles between the 40s and the 50s, but that's not to say that if there are newer designs out that I'm not open to, as long as I determine that it looks good, or good enough to me that, I feel good. Something I'm really excited about too is that I am going to be, once again, sharing my series for a dress a day in May. So I started this last year, and I'm going to be doing this again this year, but with a twist. And I did ask all of you in my community tab to please email me a picture of yourself with your dress on. Just know that if you do not feel comfortable enough taking a picture of yourself in your dress, or someone taking a picture of you in your dress and me sharing it online, I would still be more than willing to just share whatever your favorite dress is. Maybe, share who the maker is, where you found it, something like that. But also where you're going to be going in your dress. The point in me asking that is because so often we hear that, oh, I don't feel comfortable doing this or doing that in a dress, or where are you going where you're so dressed up, right? That's a lot of times we hear that. And I just want to kind of focus on this and share, number one, what kind of dresses would be appropriate going in these different places, or what each lady chooses to do. And also just how much we can do in a dress. That's like the kind of the theme of this one. So I will be doing things differently in that I plan on showcasing a subscriber in her dress on my community tab. So if you are not subscribed or you do not have your notifications on, I would encourage you to do that for this period of time if you would like to see, you know, all of the dresses that the ladies will be wearing. And again, this also is going to depend on how much participation I get. So hopefully I will get 31 dresses from, you know, 31 participants. That would be amazing. If not, we will just sprinkle it throughout. I am going to enter you into a giveaway for every single week. I am going to be drawing a name of those ladies that were within that week, and you are going to have the opportunity to win whatever it is that I am going to be doing, you know, what will be included in that giveaway. So this is worldwide, by the way, so feel free, no matter where you are, just to enter if you so wish. And I'm asking for your first name. Hopefully I say your first name, I'm only going to be sharing your first name included with your picture, but your first name, if you would like something to be sent to you, you should probably include your last name as well, your shipping address, the picture of you in your dress or your dress, and where you will be going. So that's what I'm asking to be able to be eligible to participate in this and then to enter into the drawing. So anyway, I am just so excited. Today I am going to be going to Ross. I'm not necessarily going to be taking the camera out because I don't always feel like that's, you know, the point here, but more or less just what I will be able to find. And after all the years that I have vlogged and, you know, created content, I would have to say that filming out in the wild, that is not my cup of tea. It's not something that I love at all, and I don't even think that it's necessary. So I'm likely not going to do that. I mean, you know, shopping, and I don't even like shopping with other people. If I'm going to go dress shopping or looking at different things, I would prefer to be alone. So sorry, but you know, you will stay behind. I will show you if I find different things. But also, I have a new way that I'm planning on doing things this year, which I'm just excited about sharing. Also, it's only going to be one video a week. I'm going to share what I wear each day, most of the time I'm thinking. But we are going to have a couple of extra things that I'm going to share within those, but it's not going to be a video every day. I think that that was overkill. I know that, okay, it's a few things. It was too much for me, and it was a bit overkill. And I think after this past January, I realized I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing a video a day because I think that it's also too much for the viewer too. So anyway, we're going to do a video a week for a dress a day in May, but I am definitely going to be utilizing the community tab. And one of the great things I found out about that is that I can schedule my community tab posts out, just the same way that I can schedule out videos to go out. I'm standing in front of my wardrobe because I have changed things around, and I'm looking at this right here, and this is really not beautiful to me. Kind of irritates me. Anyway, I am moving things around, and I love just the whole new setup. And you can see I have some fresh flowers from my garden there. That is going to be part of this whole series. And if you have been with me for any length of time, you know that I kind of refer to those of you who are dressing up every day in your beautiful dresses, or even just beautiful colors, making sure to dress up every day, that you are like a flower out in the world. You, in the world of, you know, a sea of yoga pants and jeans and, you know, just the very casual, very like frumpy looking, comfortable, whatever you want to call it, whatever you like to call that whole look that is going on. You are a flower in that world. You are set apart. You do kind of stand out in comparison to that. And I did receive a comment recently about this, asking if everyone else experiences this as well, because she takes time to get dressed up and she goes to, you know, like story time or the library or anything like that. And all the other moms are either in pajamas, yoga pants. Yes, that is very common. At least it is wherever I've been. It's been very common. And don't feel compelled to fit in with the crowd when it comes to that. I think that that's the biggest reason why so many ladies do not, is because they feel like they're going to stand out. But what is so wrong with dressing in a beautiful way that makes you feel good? That, okay, so you stand out, so what? You know, what you really should be thinking about are all of the lives that you are going to touch because of how you have positively impacted their life that day by seeing something beautiful. We all enjoy seeing something beautiful. And so be that beautiful flower that you go out into the world whenever you go out, even if it's within your own home, the way that you are presenting yourself, even for yourself, that you are that beautiful flower. Hence my flowers. So this arrangement came from my garden. Yesterday I was making all different kinds of arrangements and I was gaining so much inspiration by them, but we will get into that later. Today is Ross Day, so I am going to be going. I have somewhere to be. Hopefully after this series you will see that even if you have a very tiny wardrobe, you will be able to just look forward every single day, every single week, every single month to shopping your own wardrobe. Yes, we may be adding things here and there, but it's not about replenishing or like redoing, like purchasing brand new items all the time. It's about using what you have, or, you know, and adding to a little here and there as they come along, but don't be in a rush. But the items, if you are going toward a dresses only wardrobe, or you just really focus on that a lot, and even if it's not all dresses, okay, we can just talk about color here. But this will definitely help you to shop your own wardrobe and get excited about it, because suddenly you start feeling inspired by, you know, the way that these colors were put together, or that, or that. So this is my inspiration, my muse right now is this. And that's why I gave it its own space right here. And it's a big space. And you know what feels so good to me right now is how uncluttered my wardrobe looks. It just feels like, okay, these are the only items that I am going to be paying attention to right now. And suddenly you just have a whole new wardrobe because of just the way that it's merchandised. That's all I'm saying. Here is a look at the new setup out back here with this lounge chair. I am using the rug just to define this area, and the table that was up here, it's now out there in the center. So we had a lot of red roses, but they don't look good as, you know, what they did. But we still have some coming out and blooming. But these ones are pretty much done. They looked really good the other week. But now the white ones are really flourishing here. We put some potting soil over here, and it's still like it needs to be tended to. It needs a little TLC right now. So we'll get there. We will get there eventually. Can't do everything at once though. So see how many blooms we have over here. It's actually pretty hot today. I think this is iceberg, and they smelled really good when we first got them, but I wouldn't say that they have a strong scent right now, at least not these ones. Actually, they smell a little better than they did when they first started blooming, but this one is really getting big in comparison to what it used to look like. So my mom still has a few things left here, like some yard art that she has had out here. But she's been taking some things back with her. I think she said she's going to be coming back soon to get more. But she cleaned out everything that was in this planter. So I'm excited to just probably start planting some things. She left a few things that she was still going to get next time. I guess she left that little wind chime. That's cute. Little shepherd's hook there. So anyway, let's go out front and see what's out there. I know it's not the best time to be sharing the garden, but I really am excited for the jasmine to be blooming now. And we have lots of different roses. Some of them are already spent, like these ones. I know it's really bright right now, but we have so many different colors, and they just all look so beautiful. Of course, we have weeds mixed in here and grass mixed in here, but I mean, this has just really taken over. And these pink ones are really getting up there. Look at how tall that is. So we have pink, and then the purple ones. These purple ones smell like lemon to me. My rose garden is an explosion of color right now. Look at these purple ones too. These are doing so well. And of course, these hot pink ones, I just can't believe it. So many different blooms. The formation of these have been so interesting. I love those. And then we have peach roses up here. I am back from Ross, and one of the things I wanted to point out was that Jorge has clearly cleaned his side. He actually had that cleaned that night, and when I woke up the next morning, it was all done. I went to bed to him cleaning it, and it was so nice to wake up to that. And I will show you his closet and how he has everything organized, of course. But right now, I wanted to share with you my little haul from Ross. So I am now I feel like I am a pro when it comes to shopping the racks at Ross. And again, I like to go frequently, or whenever I'm out and about doing other errands or something. If there is a Ross nearby, I will likely pop in and just quickly go through the racks, see if there's anything. And when you are very familiar with the usual dresses that they have, there are certain ones that will definitely stand out to you. And something I've started to stay away from are prints, because I find that I tire of them unless they are just something that I know I've been looking for. You know, like we have those prints that we are very drawn to, but then others that we know we might end up tiring of them. So I find that I stick with solids a lot more these days, and I love changing the colors around, and I've talked about my color stories, and so it kind of feels like I was thinking of a color story when I was out shopping the racks at Ross today, or just certain things were jumping out at me. So these are the dresses. I'm not going to be trying them on, of course, in this video, but you will end up seeing these mixed into different color stories in the month to come. So this is my last video for this month because I take a week off. However, I took 1 week off already for Patreon. Like, I like to post at least 3 videos a month over on Patreon. So next week, even though I'm not going to be posting here on YouTube, I will have an extra video over on Patreon. And that's it for, like, I'm not going to post on Tuesday of the last week of April just because I do want to post the first day of May. But again, I'm not going to be doing a video every day for a dress a day in May, but it will kick off a dress a day in May for the 1st of May. So that's something to look forward to. But this dress was so pretty. And I already had my daughter sew this together because I tried all of these on, of course, but you know, there were just certain things I wanted to make sure would look good before I just made, like, before I committed to taking the tags off and everything. So this one, though, was a final sale because it has some damage to it. And that's something that if you really anywhere you can do this, but I especially do this at Ross. Usually they give me 10% off if it's damaged in any way, but today they gave me 20% off, which was really nice. And the fabric of this is so nice. It's just very flowy, very elegant, and a color that I have never had. It's a mix between blue and it's like an indigo color, I would say. So just a very beautiful color. I'm very familiar with DKNY. I've been purchasing a few dresses from Ross by DKNY. They usually have beautiful cuts, and today I went with this Lucky brand, and I like the fabric of this. It's like a satin but softer, and then this one is kind of crepey in the texture of it. I was very drawn to the neckline of this one. It's a very high neckline to me, like for my taste, but I also like that I don't have to worry about the neckline too. But I was drawn to this because of the way that it folds over the gathers and just the length. It's really beautiful. All of these lengths were a bit on the longer side. This is a faux wrap, and I liked the way that it flows at the bottom. It kind of has that high-low look to it, but it's not too exaggerated. So that was something that was nice to me. $12.99 for this dress. I liked the Swiss dot texture of it. That is something that I would have to say I'm very drawn to. It's just different textures with dresses, and that's almost like the print that I am most interested in these days because I don't tire of it. And the sleeve of this is really pretty. It's a little puffed right there, a little gathered, and then just kind of like a straight sleeve. And anyway, those were my finds today. I found them all in one stop, and it was just fun. This is, like I said, one of my favorite times of the year, dress season, because all of the beautiful, well-designed dresses are coming out. It depends on which Ross you go to, though. So finding one that has a large variety, I have found a shop here in Las Vegas. It's downtown that I really love to go to. It's one of the biggest Ross stores that they have here in town. But that's not to say that I don't go to other ones either. So anyway, these were my finds. And if you find any from Ross, if you're having, good luck when you go there and you find different ones that fit you well in the cuts that you really like. I mean, sometimes there are different ones that I can get away with. There are ones that I try to go with more of a stretchy style just for those days that maybe I feel bloated or, just not feeling my best. So having a variety of those styles makes a difference to me, especially when pairing different color stories together. I want to have a mix of, you know, ones that are a little bit more structured and then ones that are more or less for wearing around the house. But I mean, again, I can go on and on about all of this. So I wanted to share with you what I've done so far. Maybe I might be sharing some of this in the new series, but this is such a relief to come into now because it's more of a boutique style of how I am just putting everything in this wardrobe. So because I am going by the week instead of a month, I am having more space. I'm not using this side for my nightgowns. I'm also adding my nightgowns to my dress section of the wardrobe. But I wanted to take all of the purses that I had out of my armoire because it was just looking crowded in there to me. When I would even just film and look at it, I just thought it was just very heavy on top. So I wanted to do something different. Every single purse that I have is not in here. Well, I should say it is in here. Well, the majority of them are in here, but I've kind of concealed some of them. Some of them are on top of each other. But anyway, these are the purses that I reach for most often. So I have them kind of tiered like that, you know. And then I also went through all my boxes that I have in here, and I have a few boxes even back here that you will be able to see. Those are shoe boxes. So what I am doing is I am just putting out the shoes that I'm going to wear with the specific dresses that I have hanging. Now, some of you may be wondering, like one of my subscribers, about where Jorge keeps his stuff, how he keeps his stuff. So this closet, this wardrobe right here is freshly organized. So let me share with you where he keeps everything. On the left side here, he has his work attire along with the shorts, just cargo shorts, basketball shorts, stuff like that. And then his work boots are down at the bottom and some jeans up at the top. And then on this side, he has his current color story. I'm just kidding. These are his clothes, the ones that fit him right now. He has another closet within the water closet. It's next to the water heater. He wanted that one for like things that he can't wear right now, among other things that he likes to store in there. But he also has ties right up here. He has his belts and then his swim trunks. So this was something I sat and did the other day just because I thought maybe he will be able to wear a variety of ties if they're all untied. He had some that he just kept tied. And then he has belts, swim trunks, and then at the bottom he has his shoes, some dress shoes, some tennis shoes, and then a lone boot. I don't know. That's what he has in there. So anyway, he also has like all of his socks in here, his underwear, you know, and all his lingerie in the lingerie chest. But I won't bore you with showing you all of that. So anyway, that's where he has his stuff, right across from mine. And I would say, you know, he loves his wire hangers. I don't understand. And I have to say that I'm pretty proud of myself for not going mommy dearest with these wire hangers. I really dislike wire hangers, but I've been able, as long as this isn't too crowded, as long as things are put away nicely, whenever it gets to the point where he just starts to throw things down in there, like if he tried something on and he didn't like it. Some people do that. He just stuffs things, you know, he won't take the time to like hang it back up on a hanger. So once it gets really bad, then I will mention it to him that it, you know, I want him to please go through his stuff. Is it because this stuff doesn't fit him right now. Like, what is it? Why are we getting a buildup of clothes at the bottom? So once that happens, or we can't close closets or anything like that, then I know it's time to just mention that maybe it's a good time to go through things. But one of the things I was talking about in my last video was just about how he had taken time to do that. He was going to go through all of his stuff, and that goes for this wardrobe. It goes for the closet that is over there. And it just took some time for him to do that. But it was just nice that that is all done. And I have to say that I feel so much better about putting his clothes away when everything is organized. It just makes me happier, you know, because I'm the one doing that work. And I know that he appreciates it. Every time I do his wardrobe, every time I wash his clothes and put them away, he always thanks me once he gets home and just notices that everything is done. And, you know, you just have to figure out within your marriage, like, what kind of things work, and be open. Speak to one another about these kind of things. What makes you uncomfortable? What makes you frustrated? Because in a loving relationship, those are things that each one would care about and make sure that the other is comfortable. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really hope this video inspired you in some way, and I look forward to seeing you in May. Thank you.